Hello and welcome back. Today we'll be taking a look at the Tomb Tapper, or as the Netherese arcanists who created them call them, the Thaluud. Wrought from the fusion of magic and elemental earth, each of these sexless, hairless warriors stands 15 to 21 feet tall and possesses a lust for magic, an inherited memory, and an insane hatred for non-human spellcasting creatures. Tomb Tappers can dig through the earth and rock with their claws or use their metal sledgehammers to shatter rock when needed. They absorb water through their skin and crush rock with their jaws to extract mineral substance. They can also digest iron from blood and marrow if mineral-rich rock is unavailable. The Netherese sent the Thaluud into the Underdark to exterminate their enemies, most notably the magic-devouring, funnel-shaped creatures known as Farum. Other creatures targeted by the Thaluud include Mind Flayers, Darrow, Drow, and Duergar. Tomb Tappers communicate with one another by means of a humming sound created by skin vibrations. Tomb Tappers received their colloquial name from their habit of burrowing into the depths to plunder tombs, temples, and caves in search of magic items, which they bear off. They usually try to seize magic from beings that they encounter. Magic is sacred to Tomb Tappers. They don't use any magic items they acquire, instead choosing to protect and venerate such items. Tappers spend their long lives in search for the source of all magic, which they believe to be hidden deep in the Underdark. They are in awe of earth elementals, believing that they come directly from this source and are reluctant to attack them. Tomb Tappers are frightening foes indeed, with a number of different abilities with which to subdue any opponent that comes across their paths. If a Tomb Tapper is reduced to 0 hit points, it turns into a lifeless stone statue. It has the ability to sense magic within 30 feet of it and can use an action to pinpoint the location of any creature, object, or area in that range that bears magic. This sense penetrates barriers but is blocked by a thin sheet of lead. Tomb Tappers can burrow through solid rock at half of its burrowing speed and leaves a 10-foot wide, 20-foot tall tunnel in its wake. The Tomb Tapper does not require air or sleep. The Tomb Tapper makes 2 melee attacks with its sledgehammer or with its claws. If it hits the same creature with both claws, it can pull that creature within 5 feet of its mouth and make a bite attack against it. Its bite attack is a +10 to hit with a reach of 5 feet, 1 creature, and on a hit, it deals 3d10 plus 6 slashing damage. Its claws are a +10 to hit with a 10-foot reach. A creature will take 3d6 plus 6 slashing damage if afflicted by this. The sledgehammer is the real heavy hitter, no pun intended, with a +10 to hit, a reach of 15 feet, or it can be thrown from a range of 30 to 120 feet. It can hit 1 creature, which deals 6d6 plus 6 bludgeoning damage, or force damage, Tomb Tapper's choice. If thrown, the hammer returns to the Tomb Tapper at the end of its turn, landing at the Tomb Tapper's feet if it doesn't have a free hand with which to catch the weapon. Dungeon masters that may want to use the Tomb Tapper in their games might want to put them as guardians in some crypt or tomb, and this would be a very deadly encounter, seeing as how the Tomb Tapper will stop at nothing to protect the magic with which it's guarding. It will be brutal in combat. It will use its sledgehammer to knock down as many foes as it can, meaning your players. And if it can, it will try to bite and claw and scratch its way to victory. It is going to hold no punches. It is going to do everything in its power to protect the magic. that'll do it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to get out your great, enormous, magical sledgehammer and just absolutely demolish that like button. Be sure to subscribe if you like to see content like this, and until we see you in the next one, watch your back whenever you're tunneling through the Underdark, or you may come across one of these fearsome creatures. What would you do then? Till next time.